Welcome back to DOGTV, the only source for real hard-hitting news. Featuring the goodest boy on sports, the goodest boy on weather, the goodest boy on fashion, and the goodest boy on health and wellness. You can only be led astray by a squirrel. Please welcome your anchors, the goodest boy and the goodest boy. Good evening, friends, and welcome back to DOGTV. I'm the goodest boy, here with my anchor, the goodest boy. We begin our segment tonight with a tale of misery and woe, as hundreds of cards brace for the next major global catastrophe: rotation. Glimmers all around the world are bracing for impact as the final day draws closer. We go live now to our field reporter, the goodest boy, as he takes us inside this horrible tragedy. Thanks, boy. I'm here in front of Ravensburger headquarters, where a large population of Glimmers have decided to protest the company. We're out here because we don't feel like Ravensburger should be rotating us. We've been nothing but good, honest, hard-working staples, and we deserve a chance. Instead of getting rid of us, they could just print support to make us better. But of course, the big people at the top only care about their bottom line and never the Glimmers at the bottom. Honestly, rotation hurts. I was on top of the world, and now I'm going to be jobless. I was there once. It was my whole upbringing, so I'll survive. But once you have a taste of the good life, you never want to go back. Who's Ravensburger to decide whether we live or get banished? You don't get to decide our lives. You don't get to play Disney. But some Glimmers insist that maybe these changes could be a positive, and that seeing new things will help them grow. Honestly, there's a few of these guys. I've been working with them for years. Some of them just did too much. They need to experience something else. People got tired of them. Players want something new and exciting, and I guess we just need to accept that. And even still, there were those that insisted they were never a problem and should never have been listed for rotation. He battled on for another 30 minutes, but the mood here is gloomy, and so far, Ravensburger has declined to comment. Back to you, boy. Thanks, goodest boy. While the public still has many questions about what this means for the game and what it will look like going forward, we here at DOGTV have prepared multiple special reports. But now, we go live to the goodest boy with sports! Thanks, goodest. It was a rough day at the draft this year, as hundreds of draft prospects are no longer considered legal to play and have been protesting. In fact, last season's national champion, the Ruby Rushdowns, are losing a lot of their key players. One of the biggest losses in the offseason has been Sisu, who was well known for her ability to dunk on opponents in the late game, punishing players who underdeveloped. But while that may be the most widespread loss, the Rushdowns also lament losing a lot of their other star players, like Lady Tremaine and Madame Medusa. These Glimmers always made a big difference when they hit the field, and their loss will make the game less explosive next season. The head coach spoke earlier about their draft prospects, giving a brief overview of changes they need to make on the team. Lady Tremaine was a big loss, but we should be able to mitigate that with some BKUs. Big Sisu was the biggest loss, but we still have her little sister on the team and are hoping she can convince her sister to come back in the future. Let me tell you, the biggest loss to this team was be prepared. We certainly weren't. Yes, it appears that the Rushdown will have a difficult set of adjustments to make, but coaching staff remains hopeful for the future and encourage fans to drop by when they can. For sports, I'm goodest. Thanks, goodest. But while Ruby is struggling with losses, other colors are being hit even harder. For more information on the upcoming storm, let's go to weather with the goodest boy. Thanks, goodest boy. I'm here outside of Seattle, Washington, where a major series of weather events have impacted residents of a local Sapphire community. Though storms have passed, Sapphire players are still dealing with the fallout. It's really unfair, I think, that this is happening. Previously, we had the best ramp in the game and some of the biggest, juiciest crabs on the whole West Coast. Now the crabs are gone, and so was my money. I know people are upset that some people had too much money and power, but these disasters are affecting real people. With the demise of our fishing industry, we're ruined. Now we can only rely on our secondary abilities like ward, and support, and evasive, and power drain, and draw, and healing. Yes, it appears that blue players are struggling and suffering in the newest meta, which I, for one, think is a heartwarming story. Back to you, goodest. Thanks, goodest. I can't wait to check in on how much Diablo players are suffering. Up next, we're going to take a little break from all the bad news and check in with our health and wellness correspondent, Goodest Boy. Thanks, Boy. While a lot of Amber players have been panicking over the loss of their esteemed princess, several more players have decided to achieve their inner zen and seek peace and understanding with the changes.
Well, yep. The way I see it, we may have lost a lot of our draw in some of our early game singer threats, but at the end of the day, we're still us, and that's all right. Besides, we never truly get banished. We can just revive our loved ones.
What?
Oh, you didn't know? Well, come on! So the most important part is to find a freshly discarded glimmer. The longer they've been in the discard pile, the less themselves they are.
I thought this was a health and wellness segment.
Well, what's healthier than being brought back to life? In fact, let me just perform the ritual now.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Wow, why is it looking at me like that?
Oh, right. I forgot they can be a little hungry when they first awaken.
Oh God, no! Sorry, folks. It looks like we're having some technical difficulties. I sure hope they survive. Anyways, let's go now to our traffic correspondent, Goodest Boy, with a live look through our traffic cam.
Thanks, Elizabeth. As you can see, there's a huge pileup on the freeway right now. So many cars left out of rotation, scramble to find meaning in their pathetic lives. I, however, still have a job and a life and have to drive this stupid commute every day. Normally, I would just call upon the gods and smite them, taking out 5 cars at a time, but now Ravensburger decided it was too strong, so now I just want to smash all these cars with the strength of a raging fire. I can't live in a whole new world since I'm stuck in this one, and quite frankly, I don't even want to be here. Donna, if you're out there, please call me back. We can work this out. For traffic, this is the most worthless boy.
Well, it looks like we're getting a new traffic correspondent soon, so look forward to that announcement in the coming months. But first, we're bringing you some of the hottest new recipes with Chef Goodest Boy RD.
Yes, thank you for the segue. So good to be here. It's true. We're losing some good spice in the matter, but that doesn't mean we can't cook. We don't need the goat or the crab or whatever wooden creature to have a healthy meal. It's time for us to cook with elephant meat. That's right, the elephant. You're not the Dumbo, but this elephant sure is. We'll lose the draw spice. No more frames, though I never really had any. Just use the Dumbo, cause sideways, get a nice little feather garnish, mix it with some field mice for the stew, and wah! A nice vase of a pizza pie. Back to you, Goodest.
You know, I can never understand a word he's saying, but I'm so glad he's here. He makes my days brighter, that's for sure. Anyways, we're going to round out this newscast with a brief highlight from our political debate segment, which airs immediately after our broadcast. Truth be told, I don't think discard players have rights. They don't care about my fun. Why should I care about theirs? Honestly, I'm glad Diablo is banished. Get me the barbecue sauce. I'm about to cook this bird to perfection. Honestly, getting rid of muses was a good choice. There's 5 of them on one card. That's just way too powerful. It really isn't fair that green always got to do twice the actions for free. I mean, look at Ursula. We need a more progressive tax code. Honestly, I support a gamer's right to choose to terminate a game before turn 3. You can hear that, and much, much more after the commercial break. Thank you for joining us. This has been The Goodest Boy, and The Goodest Boy, signing off.